What's going on, YouTubers? So I'm here for an update on the giant pumpkin plants that I planted in my first YouTube video ever. As you can see, I've been keeping them in this mason jar. This is to keep the humidity on the plants and make sure that they don't dry out too fast. You know, less watering makes things a lot easier. You don't want your plants to dry out every couple of days. So I've been keeping them in this mason jar. I'm going to go ahead and open it, show you what's going on. So I think it's been about a week and a half. You can see, if I focus the camera, that the seed has split open. There's a little pumpkin plant trying to break through. And the other one, set this one aside. The other one is doing the same thing. You can just barely see it, but there's just a little bit of green. Oh gosh, if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. There's a little bit of green. The pumpkin seed has split and the pumpkin plant is trying to push through the soil and shed its seed shell. So once we get a nice taproot coming out of the bottom right here somewhere, I'll go ahead and plant this in a little red solo cup with some nice high grade Pro Mix gardening soil. And then these won't need to be inside the mason jar anymore. I'll probably put a little humidity dome, put some sort of setup so that the humidity is still around these plants pretty heavily. You want to keep infant plants in a more humid environment. Of course, this depends on the type of plant that you're growing, but in general, for veggies and other plants, you want the humidity to be up pretty high. So I just go ahead, I just watered these because they were getting a little bit dry. I had to take them out of this mason jar because before they were sprouting, they were kind of starting to mold around the seed. But basically, we just got these two starter pods sitting in this mason jar. Go ahead and close the lid. And I just now put these in here after watering. So it's not happening right now, but in a couple of hours, this mason jar will be fogged up and it will be at 100% humidity. And I just keep this inside. I don't put it in the greenhouse. I don't leave it outside. Just keep it nice and safe in the house, sitting in the window, so that it can be in a good place where it can get a little bit of sunlight once they sprout out, but it's not too hot and they're not in any sort of extreme environments. So there you go, guys. This is the second update on the giant pumpkin plants. Got both seeds to germinate, so we will have 2 plants to work with, and hopefully when it comes time to plant them in the garden area, they'll take root really well outside and we'll get a decent sized pumpkin this year. Alright guys, thumbs up on that one, and I'll catch you in the next video.